Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, we have an NFC fight in store. And the Carolina Panthers. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Red, 38. Flight, 97. Ready.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Drill, 52. Drill, 32. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Let's go. 52, blue. Hut, hut.
To the air on first down. Young. On the left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the pistol, it's Young. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut, hut.
On play action, here's Young. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That was Tedero McMillan he was looking for. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
Completed over the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it.
Come on, set. 10 black. Red, cycle. Flight blue. Set, drop.
Here's Young again. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Davis. Up to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error, just a single yard to go?
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready, hut.
Young on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Quick set.
They'll go play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
On the ball.
Offense up to the line fast.
Red, yellow. Black, ultra. Ready.
Back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Bucs have the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Ready.
On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
At the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
Let's go now. 52 blue. Hut.
From the red zone on 1st. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ultra.
Line up the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. And there's a man. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Ready, set.
2nd and 3 now.
Opposite, 3. Set, hut. Blue, 32. Head, hut.
Here's the give to Irving. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Double.
Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd.
Set. Set.
He gets it out left, and it's gone. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Shotgun handoff to Irving. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
33, yellow, set,
Looking in the air here. He's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
ready.
Throwing now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
This is Irving on 2nd. And his gate is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score.
53. Set.
From the red zone now. Brought in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Crowder with a return here. And he's brought that inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yellow. Zoom. Yellow. 22. Ready?
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Red. Claws red. Black ult.
Out of the gun, Young. Hits his running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Set.
Young to throw it. Finds him over the middle. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after they march off the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15.
White. Come on, set.
Now it's Young. Connects on the crosser. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
Again, it's Young. Completed to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Black shot. Here we ready.
And going play action. Young. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Trying to convert with an option on 3rd down. Nice cut back to the right sideline. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Down. Set.
Running out of the gun with Davis. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. Drill. 52 blue. Ready.
Looking to throw. Young. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 40. Black Snoop, Black Ultra. Set, huh?
They'll work against the blitz. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take the lead on the first play of the drive. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Reichert set to kick this away. Crowder with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Set. Black 90. Ready.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Through midfield. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make a 1st and goal from the 8.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here.
Ready?
Working inside the red zone. Catch made. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Green Jack. Black shot.
Airing it out to start this drive. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Irving here from the gun. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Set, ready. Red, check Fury.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bucs have the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium. Stick around. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Come on, set, red, green. 52, steel, black. Cut, cut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut out left. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Escapes the pocket. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Crowder with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's ready.
Now Young. Forced out to his right. Now he'll try a deep shot to the other side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. He'll take over deep in enemy territory. He's out inside the 30 on the INT. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
95, Edo blue. Claws red. Blaster, 6.
They'll send a receiver left.
Check, cut.
Back now, pressure coming. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Down. 45, 6. Mega, red, cycle. Check, smash.
He's going to throw this one. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best credit, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing out to the left. Cut. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we cut.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here we go. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right.
Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ballgame.
Everybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Green back. Come on, set. Steel, black, fuse, yellow, black, ultra. Ready?
Now come out throwing. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
That one's complete over the middle. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, they need 7.
Here's the trail green. Blue, 32. Claws red. Hey,
They kick the running back in motion.
Blaster, sit. Edo blue. Second.
Throw here, 3rd down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Crowder back deep to return. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He has it at the 22. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime.
Their own 33-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Let's go. Set.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's going to bring us to the end of this second quarter, Brock, as he is met and taken out of bounds. controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Okay, right.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Yellow, 22. Hut.
They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I am a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Red, here we go. Red, 38. Ready.
Down he goes. The Panthers got him. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down. Panthers to the hurry up here. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Extra DB out there for the Panthers. 3rd down.
Set, hut. 52, blue. Slide through. Black shot. Blue striker. Green jack. Yellow.
I'll motion the slot man right.
Hut.
3rd and long for him here. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Panthers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Carolina! The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game 35 apiece. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Striker, black, 95. Hey, set.
They give to Irving to start this drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
Once again, Irving. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Has some room to work. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 3rd quarter lead. pressure tried good by Reichert. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Crowder with a return here. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ready.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
52 boom. Ultra. Go ultra.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready.
1st down, play action. Irving hauls it in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Watch it. 6. Blue 32. Set. Go. Set. Go.
Throwing now off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Field black. Pause red. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go. Set.
It's Young. The throw here on 1st. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st. We've set it down from 37.
37-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 red.
To the air on first down. Young. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Back ready. Black 40. Edo blue. Black ultra. Set. Go. Trail green. Hey, go steal. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Check. Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Black 95. Double 38. Red cycle.
He's going to throw it. Buying some time right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Ready. 33. Yep, check 2. Ready?
Trying to get it on the keeper. And he stops. They call to go for it from their own side. Backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On the double.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready, set.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Young. Chased out to his right. Brought in right side by McMillan. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Rail, 52 blue. Hut.
Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Hey, cut.
Time begins with a run by Irving. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Cut.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. He rolls to his right. That's caught beyond the marker.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Set, ready. Black 95. Magic. Smack, red. White, ready.
Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big, contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4.
Ready, set.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Steel, black, 0, green, 6, mega. Set.
They're going to try and throw it here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Nice punts here, up and angled towards the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. 60 red. Ready?
Now Young. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Fury, yellow.
Looking to throw, Young. Fits it through the middle. The 40! Into the red zone. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. That's score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Hurry.
Working quickly here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1
Ball is red.
at the 44-yard line.
Red. Cycle. Ready.
2nd down, looking for options. That one's complete, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Red. Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
White. White.
To throw here on 1st down. It is caught left side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 32.
2-yard line.
Green jack. 50. Green. Ready.
Throwing it again here. Buys time, rolling right. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Here we go. Black. 95. Red. Black Ultra.
Slot man's in motion right.
Cut.
He's going to throw it again. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Real green. Blue. Steel. Black. Light blue. Cut.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Down a score. They're going to go for the...
Ready. W. Yellow. 6. Mega. Black shot. Set.
Desperation time here. Connecting on the slant. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Crowder with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red 38. Set.
And going play action. Young. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and now they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Steal. Chest steal. Zulu black.
Let's go right here.
Right. White. Ready.
Irving on the inside give. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 50 green.
Setting up to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Black. 95. Ready, go! Ready?
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Buccaneers going for the win here. Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 33.
On the give, this is Irving. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Quick, yellow, set, ready. Good, cut.
Right back to Irving now. That How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
On the ready.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Let's go now.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Just lost his focus and jumped. It's not a huge penalty, but it is a costly one because it gives him enough for a first down.
Ready.
So now, following the penalty, it's first and goal.
Set.
Sign quarterback run here. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Ready.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Okay, that is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it, not after getting knocked backward on second down.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal.
Here we go. Set. 45. One. Ready.
Now it's Irving. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be fourth and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now third and goal, can't find the end zone either.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. This just 21 yards down the pipe. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Will Reichert now to try the field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. That one is good. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. One's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Come on, set. 60 red. 60 red.
Game might not be over just yet, though, Brock. We got a flag out there, and that could mean an untimed down. Let's see. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but they're